You know that feeling when you wake up in the woods and everything is quiet, but your to-do list is loud? Yeah, that was this morning. It's Friday, Jordan's finishing up work on his laptop, answering emails while I'm making breakfast. The smell of coffee and eggs mixed with pine trees and red dirt, it's a vibe, but we're not staying. Today's one of those days where Vanlife looks a little less like a highlight reel and a little more like real life. We need groceries, laundry, and a shower. So we pack up camp, get our shower bags ready, and roll into Flagstaff. And honestly, part of me never wants to leave the woods, but that's the dance, isn't it? You don't get the freedom without the upkeep. You don't get the magic without the maintenance. And somewhere in that balance is where all the good stuff is hiding. Today we are packing up from the woods of Sedona. We're gonna go backtrack into Flagstaff a little bit just to do some errands. We're gonna pick up some groceries. Lately I've been loving online grocery shopping, not just because you get like a bunch of discounts, but it also saves a ton of time. Instead of spending like an hour in the grocery store, we just pull up, let them know we're there, and pick up our groceries. It's amazing. We're also gonna fill up our water tank, get some gas, and go to Planet Fitness, get a good everything shower. And today's Friday, so we're getting all of this out of the way today. That way this weekend we can just focus on exploring Sedona. We have a bunch of trails that we wanna do. We wanna go to Cathedral Rock. Even though people say it's kind of difficult, I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. Running errands on the road is, honestly, still just running errands. The difference is it happens at a place you've never been before. Everything seems slower, everything takes a little longer, because you're constantly figuring it out. Where's the post office? Where's the cheapest gas? Where do I even park? It's not glamorous, it's not exciting, it's just part of it. But I think that's what makes it feel kind of real. And that's the part that no one really shows, but it's where most of the days happen. We missed sunrise, slept right through it, but hey, sometimes the best days start with a little imperfection. So we pivoted. We stumbled into one of the coziest brunch spots called Pump House Station, tucked inside a little Mexican village called Tlaquepaque. Spring was showing off, the courtyard was blooming, flowers in every color you could imagine. We sat outside, soaking it all in until our table was ready. I ordered the Eggs Benedict with smoked salmon. Jordan got their homemade biscuits and gravy with the most delicious homemade breakfast sausage. And we got iced vanilla lattes because we're basic. And honestly, it was a perfect reminder that it's okay to miss a sunrise if it means you get to slow down for mornings like this. Those people are like legit rock climbing up there. I wasn't ready for that. I thought it was just gonna be like a steep hike. I didn't know we had to rock climb.
Yeah, so we're at the Cathedral hike in Sedona, Arizona. Yeah, we were planning to be here by 6. Laughable.
We ended up waking up late and then we went to brunch. And now at noon is when we're doing the hike at the hottest time of the day.
But it's gonna be fun. Look at all that.
It was hot. Like, why are we doing this to ourselves hot? Mid-afternoon, full sun, no shade, we almost didn't even go. But something told us we had to. And wow, this ended up being one of our favorite hikes of all time. Cathedral Rock is one of those places that makes you feel small in the best way. They say it's a vortex, a place where the Earth's energy is extra strong. All I know is halfway up the trail, the crowds disappeared. Most people turned back at the halfway point, right before the big scramble, but we kept going. We put the cameras away, we needed all our limbs to make it up that rock face, and we finally got to the top. It was quiet and peaceful, like the whole desert was holding its breath. We sat there for what felt like hours, soaking it all in. Time moves differently at the top of Cathedral Rock. They say if you hike, after it says end of trail, you turn left and you go up 0.1 mile. You get to this little tree, you scramble up, and it's one of the vortexes, like one of the sacred Arizona vortexes, and you like touch it for good luck. And there's also a hidden view of another rock.
Did you hear about those vortexes?
What? I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
Did I? I'm dehydrated.
It's one of the vortexes. Oh my gosh. Bruh.
Ready?
It honestly.
Wow, look at the rock.
Looks good.
Okay.
How am I vlogging one-handed while climbing up here like a goat?
Where the hell is the vortex?
Hey, they're saying that this is a vortex spot.
No, babe,
you're not going to visually see a vortex.
No, babe, there's a little vortex that you touch.
Is that the vortex?
That's the vortex. So this is the vortex.
No. All right, guys, we have made it to the finish line of Cathedral.
This is the secret spot. Coming down the trail, we were done. We did that awkward, tired hiker shuffle back to the trailhead. Feet sore, legs shaky, throats dry. We waited for the shuttle to take us back to our van. We went into town, grabbed some grocery store sushi, and ate it in silence in the van, then crashed back at camp. No fancy sunset, no epic adventure, just the kind of tired that makes you drop like a rock when your face hits the pillow.
All right, good morning, guys. We are at West Fork Oak Creek Trail. We're moving kind of fast paced because we have a busy day. We have to hit the trail, head back up to Flagstaff. We have to shower, and then we have to head 2 hours north of that back to our camp spot.
We went to the trailhead, but there was no parking available, so we had to make a U-turn, come back. We're parked on the side of the street, and now we're making a coffee. That's so good. That's better than the coffee we paid for yesterday. I'm ready. Yum. We thought we were getting the Narrows at Zion vibes. We did the research, read the blogs, watched the TikToks. We pictured ourselves wading through ankle-deep, clear canyon waters. Instead, it was a pretty average forest trail. A few creek crossings here and there, but not exactly the bucket list moment we were hoping for. But you know what? That's the thing about travel that nobody talks about. Sometimes it's a miss. Sometimes you pour all your energy and planning into the perfect day, and it's just okay. And it's hard, because there's always that fear of missing out on the better thing you didn't choose. But here's what we're learning. You can't do it all. You can't see it all. You can't always pick the best trail, see the best sunset, go to the best coffee shop, but you could always come back. You could always try again later. And no matter how meh the day feels, time in nature is never really wasted.
This trail was mid.
People said it was like the Narrows Trail, but more subtle. Are you gonna give my sandwich to the crow? The crow is like eyeing my sandwich and Jordan's trying to give it away. He already ate, but I'm hungry.
Look at him, he's starving. Yeah, someone said this was supposed to be like the Narrows at Zion. I don't understand how that's possible, because I think the Narrows is mainly you walking through the water, and it's like waist deep and chest deep. Here you're mainly on a trail going through the forest. I think we made it to the end. I'm gonna see if this crow will eat out of my hand. All right, come here. Come on. You gotta come chill over here.
It's kind of cool eating the sandwich in like half a cave though. Like they say when you get to the end of the trail is where the Narrows part starts. And I wonder if it keeps going like more creek and more canyon.
You want some turkey? Maybe they want turkey.
I think feeding a bird another bird, like giving the crow turkey, is forced cannibalism. That's illegal.
Look, the birds are right next to us waiting for food. That means people come out here and do it anyway. So give me a piece of that turkey.
No.
Hey, just a little bit more.
Turkey.
Look, that one's starving. Well, actually, this one looks smaller. Like, you just keep tossing it around in your mouth. Kind of gross. Yeah, it is. Give me a piece of that turkey.
Babe, stop putting your dirty little fingers in my sandwich.
Turkey. Look, this one's getting jealous. All right, one more piece.
No.
Hey, one more piece.
I'll get it.
But give me like a, yeah. Oh, that's big enough for the both of them. All right, this is it, guys. That's all you get. Here. And there you go. All right, that's it. Okay? Look how cool you are. Nature is so cool. Look how big this raven is. It's like a bald eagle. Actually, I think bald eagles are like 8 times. They don't whistle. They...
No, come back.
Yeah. You gotta give them food. I like how they hop. Alright, so we're gonna head a little bit further, but looks like it could potentially rain. And Arizona is notorious for like random flash floods. And since we got to cross the creek and stuff, we just don't want to get caught in any of that.
So I think we're just gonna turn back now and head back to the van. By the end of the trail, we were cooked, exhausted, burnt out, but in a good way. We dragged ourselves back to the van, popped into town for another shower and Chipotle, then made the 3-hour drive back to Marble Canyon. Sometimes going back to a place you loved once is the exact thing you need to remember why you're out here doing this in the first place. Because home, we don't have a house to call home. Sometimes it's just our favorite campsite.
Alright, so after Sedona, we decided to head into Flagstaff. We got our shower, got some dinner, and then we headed back to the same spot we were the previous weekend. So we're back in Marble Canyon. It's just a great camp spot. Just something about this place keeps drawing us back. At least me.
The sunset's nice.
The sunset is nice. Looks amazing.
Charles, we made it back to the camp spot. We're home. If you made it to the end of the video, we appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for following us on this journey. And if you want to keep seeing more videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next week.